Hey everyone, Bella here. Today we're going to be talking about the techniques we use on our first class. So we're just going to show you certain things. This is a piece of paper I'm working on, and that way we're just going to get familiar a little bit of what we've done. So I have this brush over here. I'm going to be talking later about brushes too, but just for you to get familiar, okay? So sometimes over there we use the brush, and we use the brush in a straight way, and some people were asking me about the water, and I just want to say it was a calm water, and we just pretty much did a step-by-step layer going to the water and trying to make the water calm but somehow having some texture there. So that's what I was mentioning. And the reason I'm doing after, it's because it's good for you to experiment, and you can train too. You can get a piece of paper and just try to do things like this, just for you to feel more familiar, okay? I'm not going to use a lot of colors. I'm just going to use this one for us to have an idea. The other thing we done was placing paint and just doing something like this to get a completely different type of brush stroke. A lot of times I'm going to use something like this when I'm doing mountains or when I'm doing ground. It really depends on what is happening, but you can tell it's completely different than that one, okay? So what I would like to tell you, it's definitely to get your brush, a little bit of paint, a paper, and just trying to use this for your own. It's like you're going to be studying a little bit just before we do any other paint or before you do anything else, because it's good for you to know a brush stroke can change completely what are we doing. So the other thing we used on the sky was a straight line, and you can tell how different it is from one to the other. And we're just going to blend with some other colors if you want. We're not even talking about blending right now, just very simple brush strokes. But we had those three, if I remember. Yeah, I think that was what we have that day. And it's just very interesting because it's a huge difference from one to the other. So really, the water, the mountain, and the sky. And of course, it doesn't need to be always this way. We can also change stuff and also can change style. But it's good for you to know something like this can change completely a painting. If you apply all just like this, or if you apply always like this, it doesn't mean you cannot do it. But in that case, we use these three techniques just for you to see the difference. Right now, I'm putting together this this short video just for you to have and practice on your next painting, okay? Oh, we had one more. We had something, was the dabbing. And the dabbing is a little bit more, not complicated, but like a little bit more complex. So we just did something like this to mimic leaves, and we just going and moving like a pencil our hand. And you can use it with a small brush, with this bigger brush. I'm just using one brush just for you to see the difference. With the same brush, we can do all of those, okay? I want to show you also, it has a lot of difference once you go and you take it away on your brush and you use almost with no paint. And once you do with a lot of paint, which is a heavier texture, but it really depends on what you're doing, okay? So less paint, and then I'm gonna have almost no paint. It really doesn't have a recipe of, oh no, it has to be this way for certain things. No, Really not. It really depends of you and your taste and how you do it. But the same brush, you can do all this and even more if you want. It's just important to know how to use your brush. Make sure you use your brushes. And I'm in a next short video, I'm going to talk about that too. So don't forget to watch. Thank you so much.